Hang your head, Tom Dooley, hang your head and cry. You get bored and foster, and you know you're bound to die. You left her by the roadside, would you beg to be excused? You left her by the roadside, and you hear her clothes and shoes. Hang your head, Tom Dooley, hang your head and cry.
Welcome, one and all. 'Tis Wednesday night, and you know what that means? Sudsy Baker's in the house. Sudsy, wicked. Welcome to another String Theory. We've been sitting here at this table for 712 years, and there's no signs of it ending anytime soon. So thanks to our partners, Boucher Guitars, Levy's Leather Straps, G&G Music, Citadel Music, Reed's Music, Mount Pearl, Newfoundland, Brickhouse Guitars, K&K Sound, Gallery Guitars, Recording King, Alvarez Yeri, Yamaha Canada, James Martin Instruments in Kilkenny, Ireland. Oh yeah. Cody Guitars, local, right here. A review coming very soon. D'Addario, The Arc, Apollo Picks, Epiphone, Gibson, Close Guitars, Blue Chip Picks, Toad Slap! Toad Slap!
I can't do it.
Okay. That's because you usually soak it in a tub. LR Bags, thank you guys. Maestro Hosen Guitars in Singapore, George Crackett Guitars in Albany, New York, and our friends at the Nova Scotia SPCA. And there you go. And that's how you intro the show. And shit's going south already because the pad's not on. And
do you get the chat there?
Oh yeah, I'm going to have it in a second.
Can you find out if Ian Rosser likes how I'm sitting? He didn't like how I was sitting last time.
Well, you know, Ian Roster can probably take a long suck. I mean, never mind. So one thing that's really wrong right now, you can tell just how incredibly wrong all of this is because neither one of us have a fucking drink.
Oh, right.
You know, what's going on here?
Yeah.
We've completely just shit the bed now.
Yeah, it's been a dry couple of weeks.
Yeah. We're pretty dry in the south.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do a little song and dance there while I go find some beer.
What kind of song and dance are we looking for here?
I don't know. Just give us a little of the old soft shoe.
Oh, yeah. No, thank you. Yeah, all right. Ian, if you're out there, can you please let us know in the chat how my sitting is? Apparently, he didn't like how I was sitting last time.
How am I sitting?
Well, you know, it's probably. Oh, thanks, buddy. Oh, the mountains are blue. That means I can drink it.
There you go. And I'm into the Sapporo. Oh. Great honor.
All right.
To the beer.
It's not bad.
That's right.
You're not allergic to it though.
No. Hardly.
I'm new here.
Steven's enjoying that right now. Move over a few minutes.
Oh,
a few feet.
I gotta do this. Oh,
yeah, there you go.
Oh, there we go.
Because you got to be able to go.
All right.
We enjoyed that right then.
I'm not very good at that.
Well, it certainly is good to have you here.
It's good to be here.
For those of you who don't know, perhaps you're tuning in for the first time, because it does happen. Stephen Baker has been one of our staunchest supporters for 3 years. Been with us since the beginning.
Sort of.
Virtually. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was the first month or maybe 2 months you came in and you've never left us.
It was, yeah. That's all thanks to Michael fucking Easter, because he was bored during the pandemic.
Right.
Yeah.
But also we should point out that it's a good time to talk about in Capo Corner that you are currently building the new Master Music Method site for us.
Yep.
Which is going to be astounding when it's done.
Well, don't oversell it, buddy.
Well, you know, it's got to be better than other arseholes.
That's not hard.
Yeah.
What you had before.
And you're a guitar player. You're a guitar collector. You've got some great guitars that we've sussed out together over the last 3 years. Huge supporter of Gallagher, Cody. What else do you play?
Boucher. that weird recording king.
The
That I got from
recording
you.
king.
Weird in
Yeah.
a good way. It's
Weird in a
kinda-
good way.
It's,
And this is a great man all the way around. This is one of our best friends and one of my
oh,
best
you're
friends.
too nice. But we are gonna kick ass on Master Music Method.
It is going to be awesome. So
So-
keep your eyes open because she's launching in the next 45 days. And it'll sort of be a beta version. So we're going to get all our students back to test it for us and help us work all the bugs. And it's just going to keep bigger and bigger throughout the time we're doing it.
Yeah.
We're planning all kinds of cool stuff like monthly live conferences with the students so they can sit there and watch me. And just like this, they'll be able to ask me questions and I'll answer them live in the video. Just a better overall forum system because I couldn't contact people in the old platform. It was horrible.
Yeah.
And new content, new analytics so we can tell what everybody's watching and what I need to do next and all those sort of things, right?
Yep.
It's
Yeah,
going to be
it'd be
humongous.
It's gonna be fantastic.
Also in Capo Corner, we want to talk about our friend
Yeah.
Bubby.
Bubby. Is he out there? Is he on the chat?
Oh, he
yet?
might be. I don't know. Let's see here.
Oh, Bubby. Paw Bubby.
Oh my God! Oh, there he is. Yeah.
Is he?
Hey, everybody.
All
What did you
right.
say the best part of your tour? Also, did you have as much fun in Kentucky as I did having you here?
Oh, there we go.
Baker and I were at Eli's house in Kentucky.
Since we visited him at his house, we get to call him Bubby
That's right. Or Papa as well.
or Pop.
Papa.
I
Papa Patrick.
yeah. I like yeah. We met his whole family. They're fantastic.
They're unbelievably good
You
people.
know, his little brother walked up to me and said, is it okay if I call you Sudsy? And I said, of course, it's my name. Oh, good. And so he was a smart kid.
Yeah.
And these I got to watch Eli and you pick together. It was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Eli is a spectacular talent. That kid. He's a gentleman. But as you would expect, coming from Kentucky, like those people raise their children, like to be respectful of their adults and their peers, and they're awesome. They're just good working. They work on a 600-acre farm
Mm.
with 60 head of cattle, and it's hard work. Like, and you can just tell all of them. The land is part of them, right?
Yeah.
And so he comes off exactly the same way. Like he's just a really good kid, and I love him with all my heart. He's a great musician, a great guitar player, and his banjo playing is what killed me. I couldn't believe how good a banjo player he is.
He's
It's just like he's just killer.
Yeah.
Sounds like J.D. Crowe on acid. It's like unbelievable. And so it was a tremendously good time we had there. I wish we could have stayed like for days, but we only had an afternoon and we had to get out to Oklahoma. And so that leads us into the next part of Capo Corner, which was after we were in Oklahoma with our friends Perry and Missy, which was incredible. Played the Depot, played the Blue Door.
You're gonna play with Kyle Reed.
Kyle Reed, yeah, Kyle's a great musician. We went out to Murfreesboro to be at the Gallagher birthday celebration, and I got to play with Jim Hurst, who's one of my heroes, and I came back home with a number of guitars that will be reviewed in the coming weeks, and you're going to be blown away. Actually, it isn't just those. There's a lot of stuff coming up on the channel that's going to blow you away. I got Boucher's, I got Gallagher's, I got Cody's, there's a multitude of things here that we're going to be exploring. And 2023 has been, I think, the best year so far.
Yeah.
You know? Also, Yamaha's coming across pretty soon with their FG9.
Everyone's looking forward to that.
Everybody in the world is looking forward to that plays guitar.
Yeah.
Because that thing's going to be wicked. I can't wait to see that. And there's a very special connection between the Hamamatsu shop now and one of our friends here that builds guitars.
Right.
That we'll not talk about. So the whole family, it's like a unit all working together nowadays, and that's why it's so special to have you here.
Oh, it's incredible
And,
to be here.
There were some other people who used to help me with this. I don't remember who they were, but there was something, I don't know what, a redhead, I don't know. So the first Kirsten goes to.
Oh, right.
Let's just gonna flip through here and see. Okay, Jamie Reed. Jamie Reed. He's new. No, he's not. Missed you last week. How was your trip? Seen some pictures on Facebook, and we just answered the question. That was great, wasn't it?
It was really great.
It was awesome. We had traveled. You and I travel well together.
Yeah, it was pretty good. We both have a very strong relationship with food.
Yes, we do.
And we don't mind sitting on our arses for a lot of hours.
That's correct. And sun. Jeez, I'm looking at myself here. I got burnt, tanned, and burnt everywhere.
That's where we
It's
disagree.
beautiful. I
But
love
fortunately, your car has ball chillers.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So that made it tolerable.
Breezy meadow nuts.
That's right. That's right.
This video is sponsored by Purple. the only product in the world that gives Baker breezy meadow nuts.
Well, that we've talked about here.
Yes, Michael Easter.
Michael fucking Easter.
Main mic might be off. I don't think so. I think we're okay. I see everything working over there, so we should be good.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't see.
I don't know, but he wouldn't make it up.
There's other people saying it too, so I'm not sure.
Oh well, shit.
It should be working fine, but you never know.
What's the? It goes into this box on the back of this thing there. All right. Well,
let me just take a look.
Let's.
It should be
all right.
There's
a. Okay.
Oh
The
yeah.
dogs don't even move. They're just used to this.
It's not on.
It's not on.
That's weird.
Well, did you try turning it off and back on again?
No.
Try that.
I'm just gonna do this real quick.
Oh yeah. It'd be really funny if the stream stopped.
Ah. Now we got it.
All right. Okay. Do we need some
Sweet.
test noises?
There we go. Aha. Oh.
Okay. Beauty.
There was a loose connection.
Okay.
Loose connection.
A loose
Okay,
connection.
now we have to do this again.
Okay. Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Ready?
Now we got the ready.
Okay.
Here we go.
I get worse at it too.
We were enjoying that together right there. I think that's all right now.
All right.
I'm pretty sure she's working.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for that, guys. Sorry. Caper here. Yeah, Mike.
Okay.
Michael Easter, same thing. Thanks, guys. You're paying to tell us that
Thank
we're
you.
fucking up.
That's
mighty kind of you.
uh
All right, let's go through some.
convenient.
Let's go through some other stuff that's not super chats.
All right.
Because there always is, and we seldom ever get to it. Because James Graff. This is a good one. Not even a question, just a statement.
He's not new.
No. He says, oh, geez, he just flew out of the thing. He says, where'd he go? Anyhow, he said he'd been listening to Tony Rice and Norman Blake videos. They put me in such a good mood.
Oh yeah.
Which I would have to say, if it doesn't, you should check your pulse. Because, yeah, that puts anybody in a good mood.
Yeah.
Two of my favorite players of all time. Okay, let's see. We got some more super chats coming in.
Things really go sideways quickly with when Ginger's not here.
Yeah, Jamie Reed is saying he wants to know about the mic. So this is an Aston Origin. I actually have two of these in the studio, and I use them for everything. These are the greatest condenser mics I think I've ever used. They're just, it's because they're so versatile. Like it works, like we're sitting on this either side of this thing, and it sounds like we probably each have our own mic.
Yeah.
And when I play, when we've done live performances on YouTube here, often I'm playing guitar and vocal into this one mic.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost self-mixing. It's just like an old radio, like an RCA radio mic, right?
Yeah.
And the other one I have is a special edition, and it's a bit...
Is it that one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a bit brisker. It has a little more of a sharp tone and not quite as much. It doesn't pick up as far away as this one does. It's the same model, but which goes to show you that like they're handmade, so it makes sense that they all have a different personality. So I use the other one for just vocals. You put a windscreen in front of that thing, and you get about that far from the screen, and man, proximity is sweet. Ian Rossiter just sent us a super chat. No comment, but I love you, brother. Thank you so much.
Oh, there's definitely one in there. He doesn't know how to work super chats.
He just sent us money, so that's good.
Yeah. So
thank you, brother.
Yeah.
James Graff. Okay.
Ian, tap where it says placeholder text, and then you can write in your super chat.
Sudsy, Michael Easter says, Sudsy looks well rested. Should be a dandy. Steve Butler. Hey, buddy. Remember I told you about Steve Butler? My buddy in Mississippi.
Oh, yeah.
We were right beside you a few days ago, and I almost come down there. Stevie B and the Nervous Jerks. I love it.
Awesome.
Let's see here. A little bit low. Okay, we're good. Bram Avery.
Bram Avery always has the good stuff. So.
Okay, here's a new one. I'm pretty sure. Stephen Tregilgas. Tregilgas. I don't know. Sorry, buddy.
I bet it's not even one of those.
No, it isn't.
No.
Hi, gentlemen. JP, have you ever played a Faith guitar? I own one. Love it. Great bang for your buck. Actually, I have played them. They usually show up in most box music stores. They're all sort of made, I think, by the same company that does Denver and all those off-brand. At Luna. Like Faith is a lot like a Luna guitar.
Okay.
They're usually really cosmetically pretty. They have some kind of a unique inlay or whatever, right? But yeah, there's you can't go wrong with those. Those Chinese instruments are getting better and better made as time goes on. They're most of them are laminate back and side. Some of them aren't, but most of them are. And they're all made by highly accurate machines with some human help, and so they put together good guitars, and they last because they're built in factories where, it's an industrial complex they're building these guitars in because they're pumping out millions of them, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very familiar with Faith. Ian Rosser telling us fly is open. Your fly open? Corey McCormick. Yes. Let's see.
Oh, I got a text from my wife that the mic was off.
Oh, yeah. It's on now, though,
Yeah,
I
I think so.
Hey, how about a few verses of Rubber Ducky? You're so fine. Ian Roster says, tell Sudsy he's sitting like a spinster in a lonely corner at the egg hall dance. Jesus.
Oh, fuck.
Ian Roster said, Coors Light Baker, your gynecologist recommend that? Oh, my God.
No, it was the beer down there.
Yes, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I love going. I don't get to see these every week. Megan has to go. Ginger goes through these, and I don't know. And telling me dresses like a gigolo.
Well,
Ian's still on you.
Whatever.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Larry Reinders is here.
All right.
Check. Everybody's looking.
Check.
I think they're good now.
Okay.
My brother says, check your drawers. Thanks, Joe. Yeah.
All right.
Let's see here. Lensman says, as the mic is off, JP must be gearing up for a Martin review. Oh, man. I miss all this stuff normally. This is cool.
Oh. You should review my new guitar.
Yeah. Oh, no. No.
That was priceless.
No, we're not doing that. Dan Tube 1 said, just tuned in. Appears Coot took a handsome pill.
Nice one. Thanks.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that's what Tell Sudsy he sits like a. We already did that
Yeah,
one.
you already did that one.
So Corey McCormick.
Not new.
No, I don't think so.
I'm just making it up.
I don't know. I'm not sure. He says he just got his hands on a BG151.
Oh, yeah.
The Madagascar rosewood is stunning. Selling my Firk Yellow Plus to help pay for it. Nice.
Nice.
You're making the right decision. The Boucher is going to be, while Firk is a great guitar, Bouchers are, you can't describe them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you say today when I got to fondle Ladybird? Transcendent.
Yeah, they're transcendent.
Yeah.
They're beyond an heirloom instrument.
Yeah.
Firk is an heirloom instrument, but Boucher is something else altogether. It's something that the more you play it, the more it becomes a part of you, and like all of my Bouchers are going to end up in my will. Like there's no way I could never, ever part with these guitars. They're just so awesome. You feel the same way. You've got.
Oh yeah.
You got two now, or one or two?
I've got one Boucher now.
Yeah, one now. Yeah.
Um,
they really are that kind of instrument. Let's see here. Graham Campbell. Oh, Graham Campbell said he's ordered a Laney Duo. It's too bad you did that because I got mine for sale at G&G for way cheap. So
nice.
Let's see, Kenny Chalafu, since he come back with security monitor on his wrist.
I definitely did not get arrested on the trip.
So, Rob Richardson says, what was the setup for recording the new album with Dave? So, the new album, we recorded both albums the same way. We sat in a room with two guitars, and we tried to figure out what the guitar parts would be, and then what the harmonies would be, and who would sing what lines and whatnot. And then we would sit in isolation. He'd be in one room, I'd be in the other, and we'd play the guitar parts together without the vocals. Just create this.
Did you put him in the hat closet?
Well, we didn't do it here.
Oh.
Yeah, we did it at his place. I prefer recording there.
Okay.
By far.
All right.
And for that stuff.
And the chicken backing track.
And the chicken backing, the air buck and buck. He's in the back, and he's got in the backyard there. Buck and buck, buck. So, yeah. So that's how we did it. Once the guitar parts were done, then we would do the same thing. We'd sing together. He'd be in the control room, and I'd be outside in the ISO room, and we'd sing together. And then because we were isolated, then we could fix any mistakes that we needed to fix. Or sometimes Dave's really a stickler for details, and he would often, we'd get things the way we wanted, but then he'd say, well, I could probably find a better guitar part. I would leave, and sometimes he might sit there for a couple of days just considering what his options were in his guitar part. And I never really would notice that there was any great improvement because he's a great player, right? He always seems to make the right decision. But sure enough, I'd come back and he'd say, well, here it is, this is it. But I would go, well, it just sort of sounds like the right... But he's so fussy that he spends a lot of time on that stuff. And then he played upright bass in the whole album, and I played mandolin. And what else is on there? There may be some... there was percussion, I think, on a couple things. And that would have been all Dave. So Dave did all the overdubs. Like bass, and I did the mandolin. And so it was a slightly different process than two, because there's no other instruments on two.
Right.
Leather and Dust has some full ensembles, but it's all me and him. So, yeah, kind of cool. I love this great record.
Yeah.
I'm not quite used to it yet.
It's pretty great.
Yeah, I love singing it live, but I still haven't really gone back and listened to the record like a bunch of times like I normally do, because we had to learn the material so fast to go on the road with it.
Right.
I didn't have time to like fall in love with the album. I was only interested in falling in love with the songs, right? So we could do them live, and yeah, but there's some pretty cool stuff on it. Let's see here. Hi, this is interesting. FG345. Hi, JP. Do you know what guitar Hank Snow used on his instrumental albums? And that's easy to tell you. He used a D45 Martin Custom. That's all he ever played. And you always see that guitar that has name on the neck. That was a 45.
Right.
Like overdressed. He had pearl inlaid pickguard, bridge wings, his name in pearl, but it was basically a 45. So, yeah, that was
right.
that. Was
Follow-up
that.
question.
Yes.
Anne Murray's favorite instrument.
My ass.
We missed this in Capo Corner.
What?
On the whole trip, everyone in the chat will appreciate this. On the whole trip, every time an Anne Murray song came on, I turned it up. And a couple times, I could go to SiriusXM's website and find which channel Anne Murray was playing on.
Oh, Jesus.
And I could
You were
change
doing that, you bastard.
Yeah, I caught you a couple times.
Christ.
It was really good. It's pretty good. You should hear the roaring that comes out of this one when Anne Murray comes on.
So, Eli says you guys need a Cole Ale81. Yeah, we do. Ian Roster says Sudsy looks like a dude Mulder and Scully would find in a basement hacking Blockbuster memberships. Bram Avery says, what made you decide on Never Leave Harlan Alive? Such an amazing song. You guys knocked it out of the park. It was a great song. That's it. That's the only reason. And plus we wanted to have one song on there that was relatively cool, because me and Dave are really highly aware of our folk weaknesses, and so we figured we did that song. We want a song on the album that would be a cool American written song, and it is. It's a great song.
All right. What about the Human? That was a fun American song too.
Yeah, but no, Coldplay's not. They're
That's
British.
not Coldplay. It was the Killers.
Oh, the Killers. Yeah, shit. Sorry, I'm thinking of the other album. Yeah, the Killers. Yeah, but it's a different thing altogether.
Oh, okay.
That's not folk.
That's true.
No, we turned it into folk.
You did.
Because it's one of the most brilliant songs ever written. That song's amazing.
It's a great song.
Is it ever good?
Mm-hmm. But I've also got "You'll Never Leave Harlan Alive."
Yeah.
Stuck in my head ever since I got the album.
It's a good one. We do it in the second set normally. Bram Avery. Oh Jesus.
Oh, it's gonna be a good one.
So, Ian Roster says Sudsy looks like the third best Chris Stapleton impersonator in a town of less than 1,000. Holy shit.
That is oddly fucking specific.
Yeah. Dan Tube goes, ouch, a painful bullseye. And then Ian Roster said Elmer Fudd could hit that target. Holy Jesus. You come all the way from Sweden for this pile of shit?
Oh, whatever.
Everybody's just beating on you? Roger Sykes, thanks for the super chat.
I've been called worse by better.
Yeah. Corey McCormick says, JP, no joke, but the BG151 sounds louder than his SG52M, which doesn't surprise me.
Isn't that what you always said about the BG52? Isn't
It's
it
maple, right? Or mahogany. The BG252 is mahogany. The 151 could be what? It must be rosewood. And it's jumbo, right? A 151? Isn't that what a 1 is?
No, 151 is... I thought it was the fretboard material. I could be wrong though.
Oh, I don't know.
No, but the BG, it's a big dread.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The BG, yeah, it was there. Well, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the bluegrass goose.
Right. So that's what's wrong with my head. The BG is braced to be louder than the studio goose. So that's why it's not a mistake. They actually did it that way. Right?
Isn't that the one that's so loud that you caught shit at a festival? Because they thought you were mic'd up or something?
No.
I thought you did a video about that.
Boo Boo's a studio goose.
Oh, that was the BG52 you said.
It's a
Not the
studio
wafty one.
goose, boo boo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the only bluegrass goose I have is the Rocket. That's the BG42.
Yeah, that's the one that I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, boo boo. What?
I thought
that's
one...
not boo boo.
Oh.
No,
Okay.
the loud guitar. That was the second Boucher I ever bought.
Ah.
That was boo boo.
All right.
She's a studio goose. Yeah.
All right.
Lunchbox McGee.
That's new.
That's got to be new. IJP et al. Love the show. I have an Alvarez Masterworks MD70BG. Right on. My first upgrade. I'm looking to put a pickup in it. Which one? K&K. K&K. Pure Mini. K&K. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
By the way, we're on fire here.
Yep.
So
Let's
just so
do
you
it
know,
too.
the province of Nova Scotia is on fire.
Oh, it's good news, JP.
It's good news. Yes, evacuation orders are rescinded for some place.
Yep. Fantastic.
But K&K Mini, Pure Mini, K&K, 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 K&K Pure Mini, K&K, K and K, and K, and Pure Mini, and K&K.
Connect.
K&K. Larry Reindress, have you ever used an Ovation guitar in a concert or recording?
Yes.
I used it in a concert once to beat a guy in the face who was trying to get on the stage. And during recording, I used them to hold the beer. I fill them with ice, and I'm just lying. I've used Ovations all my life. As a matter of fact, I've used Ovation many times on records because they sound so different. An Ovation in the room can sound like crap sometimes, depending on what it is or where you're at. But in front of a microphone, they have this unique tonal palette that doesn't come from any other guitar because Ovation has a Kevlar back. So they just don't have a tone like you'd be like a microphone is expecting to hear from a guitar. So that it gives them huge penetration, and it's really kind of a fat, punchy bottom end that's not too low.
Yep.
The low end sort of starts at 300 instead of 125. And so I've definitely, I'm a huge Ovation fan. I've owned them all my life. I don't have one right now, but every time I don't have one, I wish I had one.
Yeah.
Because they're just cool, right?
There's a great video on YouTube of you playing one with an epic mullet.
Oh, I'm sure there was.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was my Ovation mullet days.
All right.
Yeah, I had long hair and plastic guitars. That was my motto. Jesus.
Yep. All right.
This is crazy.
Well,
we got frozen.
Good news. What?
We are frozen.
Are we? Oh, I'll hit the button. I'll probably have to. Yeah. Okay. Is it going now?
I don't know.
I think it's good now.
I think we're all right. Michael Easter says, party like it's 1999. If you stare long enough into Sudsy's shirt, you can see 3D dolphins.
Oh, yeah? My wife said she likes my new shirt.
Yeah. Robert Ballou, he sent us money, but message retracted. He must have told me to go fuck myself. Anyhow, Kenny Chalafo Music says, are you a fan of Tone Slab picks? We just said it.
He might have showed up late.
Yeah.
I didn't say it because I'm not
No.
very good at it.
But we've been talking about Tone Slab forever. They've been a partner on the channel for at least a year, and they're awesome. If you haven't tried one, do it.
I haven't yet, but I will.
Bram Avery's like, Tone Slab! Bill Smith sent us super chat and no message, and love you, Bill. Thank you.
All right.
Rossiter's like, the picture's frozen. You look like the banner picture from online, only something dating site. Good God. Anyhow.
I just got some messages from Michael fucking Easter. I think it's good now, though.
Yeah, it's working now.
It is now working?
Yep.
Okay, good. All right.
Except the only problem is I don't have that phone set to this Wi-Fi.
Oh, that's a shame because this Wi-Fi is really good.
I know it is, but I'm an idiot, so I have no help. So I'm just sitting here drinking beer.
I didn't even know.
Anyhow, there's too many things to do in here, and we just switched routers, and the router's awesome, but the phone's not getting the benefit of that.
Yeah.
Bill Smith says, does your synesthesia activate while listening to music as well as playing? And yes, it does. It's the same thing. So as long as I'm hearing music, I'm seeing it as well. I see why Ginger like just can't read all these things.
What are you talking about?
I was just like, it's just
Those are the best ones. The ones
yeah,
she
but
says she can't
I have
read.
to maintain my standing on YouTube. I don't want to get cut off. So
No, we already
Yeah.
talked. No, Ginger keeps you on good and on
tell
on good
Steven he
rails.
spells his name wrong.
That is incorrect.
I need to raise my saddle due to a crap pickup under it. Stephen
Good time to put
Baker.
What?
Is that you? Stephen Baker?
Not in the chat, I don't think.
That's
Where?
you right there.
Where?
Tell Stephen he spells his name wrong.
That's somebody who spells their name wrong.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
right.
No, yeah, PH is the wrong way to spell it. Just like
okay.
yeah, it's just
So,
a fancy way for the kids.
The
like,
question
they say
is,
fat.
if you pull a crap pickup out of your guitar,
Put a KK in.
yes, and if it's under saddle, you then have to either cut a new saddle, which is ill-advised, or use a wood shim, and that's exact. He asked if Ebony's shim trick is okay, and it absolutely is. That's what I do. Matter of fact, I don't even use ebony. We use anything we can get our hands on. Pine, spruce, maple. I don't give a shit what it is. Yeah, it's
so small, so it doesn't
only
matter.
millimeters thick, so it's not going to hurt anything, and it doesn't change the sound of anything. So hardwood would be better, but you can use anything to shim. You can use anything to shim.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. You can use anything to shim a saddle. Yeah. That's what she said. Steve Butler says, check your text. I can't. I'm on airplane mode here. All right. So tell us a little bit about yourself there, Baker.
Like what?
I don't know. What's your underwear size?
My underwear size. Medium.
Bram Avery says, did your identity get stolen, Stephen? Is that why you're dressed like Billy Ray Cyrus after a Kmart closing out sale?
Nice.
Oh my
Nice.
God, this goes on every Wednesday night without my knowledge.
The abuse is great.
Yeah,
It's
I'd say.
yeah. It's
Yeah. So we're
Usually
getting,
it's just Chris that has to put up with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting a little low on content here, boys.
Oh
so
well then.
Let me
It's,
choose a pick.
Yeah, last time I picked one for you, it sucked. Oh no, there's those Castle whatevers.
Those are Golden Gates
Golden Gate, yeah, that.
and Fender Extra Heavies, which are pretty good.
All right.
They're celluloids, but this looks interesting.
That looks like a prime tone, isn't it?
It is a prime tone.
All right.
So I'll just play this Norman guitar with my prime tone because Norman. Good Lord.
Nice. I love that guitar.
That's a wicked guitar.
That's the new one you just picked up, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's going to get reviewed ever so shortly.
That one's fantastic.
And see, John Boland says, hi, JP, and Mr. Baker. Finally, some respect.
Uh-oh.
Tuning in late, new Guitar Head member here, and really enjoy string theory. Learned a lot. Thank you, sir.
Awesome.
Robert Ballou sent money, and no question.
I'm sure the question is.
Thank you very much. Ian Roster says, tell Baker Pantene Shampoo is publicly denying that he uses their product.
I use shampoo that was made for horses.
Eli says he's missing his bath salts and candles right about now. JP, when you record, are you plugged in or do you play unplugged into the mic? Well, Robert, I never play plugged in because that's the whole point of recording, so you don't have to play plugged in. Because plugged in, as good as the pickup systems I use are, sucks compared to what the guitar sounds like in front of a microphone. Mm-hmm. Now, with that being said, I have used plugged-in guitars as overdubs to create a different tonal palette. So let's say there was one rhythm guitar on the mic, full bore, right? And you need another texture for rhythm. So you might consider plugging your guitar in and panning it way over in the corner where it does another rhythm part, and plugging it in automatically thins it out. So it's the same thing as if you just recorded it over the mic and then cut the shit out of the low end and put a high pass filter on it at 200. Mm-hmm. It would make it nice and thin, right? But that's the only time I've ever really recorded plugged in. And of course, electrics, you always plug in, but acoustics, mics are the best for that. No argument at all. I get the yawns.
You doing okay?
No, I get the killer yawns.
Oh,
Crary used to get these.
Oh.
It's caused by nerves.
Okay. All right.
It's a nervous response.
Keeping you awake.
I'm just
over
not
here.
drunk enough yet.
Well, that's something you should work on.
Larry Rinders. Wow.
All right. All right.
Kenny Chalafu. JP, I have a Martin. It's Kenny Chalafu music back again. I have a Martin D13. I know, I wish it was a Yamaha, and I do too. Could I get a couple suggestions on strings to try? Love the show in Arrington. Strings on a D13, you could just use like bicycle chains or fishing line or barbed wire would be good.
Yeah. Barbed wire's a little bit tough on the left hand, though.
You know how they sound?
You get a bit of a buzz.
You know how they sound the best, though, is underwater in a lake. Is where they sound the best.
A Martin?
A D13, yes.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Well. Wait.
In all honesty, buddy,
we found a Martin that you liked on this trip.
We did?
That Martin that you played just before you played the Hummingbird.
Yeah, but then the Hummingbird ate it.
Well, sure, but
you
said a lot of nice things about a Martin.
I did, and it was a beautiful guitar. But then the Gibson, I pulled up the Hummingbird, and no comparison.
Fair enough.
Hi,
Joe.
What's going on there, sweetheart? You gonna go pee? What's going on? She doesn't know. String, like I use for strings is elixirs and D'Addario XS, all light gauge. The D13 really it's okay, but it's not really a great guitar. So you won't really you're not really going to see any great change in tone or volume from strings on that type of guitar. Martin's even at that level, the D13, they're very rigid in the way they sound. They don't have a lot of versatility. So you can, if you want to, maybe one thing you could try you might like that might be cool. I've used them from time to time because they just have a different tone. Is D'Addario makes a really good silk and steel string. That's a very soft sounding, beautiful, mellow sounding string. So they're silver wound, they're like a classical guitar string with a heavier core wrapped in nickel and silk. Mm-hmm. And they usually say that they put them on folk guitars, right? But they're really soft to the touch. They have a beautiful tone, and they pull a different kind of volume out of the guitar. So you might want to try those if you're not happy with the sound of it. Like the like I said, the D13 only has one sound profile, right? And it just might not be what you.
What are these strings called?
Silk and steels. D'Addario makes them.
I'm gonna try them. My son might want to try those.
Yeah, they're cool.
He complains about strings a lot.
Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah.
And they're soft on the hands. And
Yeah, that's what he complains about.
Yeah, he might like those.
Yeah.
You got to make sure your action is low enough for them. You might
Yeah.
need a little truss adjustment when you put them on, so you have hardly any pressure.
Right.
So.
Yeah, we keep them. We have to adjust the truss twice a year. So.
Yeah, so do we here.
We keep them pretty low.
The other suggestion is to take the D13 and go find an L16D, which is basically the same guitar, cheaper than the Martin, I think, and 3 times the guitar.
Yep.
So if you do that, or that's you could do that. Then you'd have a guitar that's all solid. I think the 13s are solid.
I think for reasons, a Yamaha was off the table for him. He had to have a Martin. It had to be a Martin.
Right.
I talked to him about this separate from this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't get stuck in the brand thing, man.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
A guitar is a guitar.
A guitar is a guitar. And if your guitar sounds fantastic and it plays like a dream, it doesn't matter if there's a picture of a guy taking a shit on the headstock. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with that. The only thing where names come into play is just like I'm telling you. I don't know. I've never seen your guitar, but I know exactly what it sounds like because I know what Martin D13s sound like. They all sound the same,
Right.
and they're a cheaper version of an 18, really, right? And they're trying to estimate the sound of an 18 without the quality of material. So that's what they sound like. So don't do that. Don't get stuck in the brand loyalty thing because you never know what you're missing. There's other guitars out there that probably sound 2 or 3 times better than that one that are $800 cheaper, right? So anyhow, that's my advice. I don't mean to shit on Martin. I have a Martin. I have a D41, but it's an $8,000 guitar. So of course it sounds good,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Now I don't know if it's one piece right now. I haven't opened the case in about 4 or 5 months. I could pull it out of there and she could be in 16 fucking pieces. I don't know.
Right.
But it's a great guitar. And
Yeah,
I'll
and
stand by it.
You get great guitars at any price now too. I think my Cody Electric is the lowest price guitar I own.
Probably one of the best
And
ones you got.
Oh, it's fantastic. Everyone loves it.
I know
when they play it.
my electric is amazing.
I got to see it today. Everyone
Yeah.
out there can be jealous. I did get to see it.
Yeah, we're having to get my amp looked at.
There are so many
I know.
freaking guitars.
It's just ridiculous. The pile keeps growing.
Well, it's not one pile. It's that
It's
pile
multiple
plus
piles,
that one,
yeah.
plus that closet,
Yeah.
and that pile. Yeah, it's pretty wild.
All right, let's see here.
What else we got? Oh dear.
Ian Roster says this looks like
dear.
if Star Trek Nemesis was set in Mount Uniac. Oh my God.
I fucking love that guy.
Jesus. So Kenny says he has tried them.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I would try them. He says it does sound like a whole other guitar. Good. Yeah, not going to
What?
read that one.
Come on.
Bram, no.
Oh no, the brand ones you
Yeah.
have to read. Oh, come on. I can't see it.
So John Boland asked me if I use flat wounds on anything, and I do not. There'd be no reason for me to. The only thing I use flat wounds on a dobro. I suppose.
What
maybe
is flat round?
flat wounds. It's when the winding is flat. There's no in it. They're flat. It's a flat surface on the string. So the string is slick as snot. There's no ridges on it. It's just flat. The winding is laid on it flat like a garland.
Okay.
And they're really like those bass strings are flat wound. They're nylon flat wound, right?
Okay.
Only problem with those they are awesome for electric. I use them on electric once in a while, but they unwind really easy. When they start to get old, the winding fails, and the winding gets loose and starts sliding back and forth on the core. Mm-hmm. So that's not very good. Anyhow, what the?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, your phone is going absolutely
Coot is
bonkers.
losing his mind here.
Coot is losing his mind.
Yeah, okay.
It wasn't a far fucking shot.
Yeah.
Why is
Anyhow,
Coot losing his mind?
now he's telling me to blow him. Okay. Let's see here. Lapidary Dave. Hey, brother. Lapidary Dave.
That's not
Lapidary
new.
Dave.
That's not new.
Uh,
Shit, am I getting it from him too?
no, I don't know. I've been waiting for a chance to ask you a question. I recently bought a 2020 Boucher Bluegrass BG42. It has a DIT inlay that the modern ones don't have. It's the same different board. I'm not sure what the question is. I'm not sure what the question is. Sorry, brother. From what I got here. The only thing I can say to this question is that Bouchers weren't always built by Robin. They were built by Claude Boucher first. So the just one second.
I think Chris is going for a walk.
It's gonna bug me out, the prick. Okay. So yes, there's a potential that, like, the Bouchers that we have now don't look like the old ones, and then there's a couple of different inlay things that Robin does that are different between studio and bluegrass geese. So there's that. I don't know. I know I probably didn't answer that question because I'm not exactly sure what you're asking, but anyhow, Rocky Northern. Hey JP, it was great meeting you at Gallagher. It was awesome to have you play my bluegrass bell, which I wish I could have come back on Saturday. Wicked.
There were some great guitars there.
Yep. Darren Murray wants to know if there's any pointers on how to remove K&K pickup. K&K pickups can be removed easily if you have the chemical that melts crazy glue.
Yep.
So that's how it's done. It's a painstaking, long process, but it can be done if you have the proper chemical. You can't just rip them off because you'll destroy the sensor and you'll destroy the bridge plate. So you have to use the proper chemical to dissolve the glue a little bit at a time. It'll eventually just fall off. And then you're going to have to make sure that the bridge plate is sanded deep enough to get rid of where the glue soaked into the bridge plate. Because at that point, wherever that glue is, the bridge plate is petrified. Mm-hmm. It's not vibrating anymore the way the wood around it is. So you literally have to sand through all that. You have to get that up out of there as best you can so that there's clean wood where glue hasn't absorbed into the grain. Mm-hmm. And then you can reinstall any pickup you want. K&K, SGI, LR bags, like any sensor pickup you want. But that's how it's done. And you need to take it to a professional. Somebody who has removed them before, preferably. And but it can be done. And even K&K, if I'm not mistaken, K&K sells removal kits. They sell it it's just a little tube of the glue dissolver and how to take it off and what to use and all this shit, right?
Right.
So it does happen and people do it all the time. So
all right.
Kenny Chelafu again. Thanks for the advice, mate. Love the show. Super chat. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Awesome.
Okay. So
would you take your cleaned wood to the professional, or would you have the professional clean your wood?
Oh no, you gotta get the professionals to clean your wood.
All right.
You can't just let anybody start messing around with your wood.
Right. Especially if it's unclean.
That's right.
Right.
No, you gotta have clean wood.
Right.
Because then if people want to touch it,
right.
they're not gonna get their hands all messy. Right?
Right.
Unless, they touch it too much. Then you want to kind of slap them away. Just slap them.
Oh, dear.
Pap, pap. So the question this week, my friends, is, I wonder what okay. I'll make it easy on everybody.
All right.
And poor old Sudsy's not even on the list yet.
Oh yeah.
But so I want the question is, what is the Midwestern state that me and Baker went and played in on this last tour last week? D D D D D D D. The Midwestern state. What is it? Martin D18. Get it right first. Good on you. Is Oklahoma. Martin D18.
Is Oklahoma the Midwest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Martin D18. You're number 20.
Awesome.
And then Eli Patrick. No,
Oh,
you're already
nice.
on the list, buddy.
Oh,
Manitoba.
Manitoba. That
James-
was Michael fucking Easter, wasn't it?
No, it
No?
was Ian.
Oh, okay. Oh.
James Graff. James Graff. You're number 21
All right.
with Oklahoma. There you go, boys.
Beauty.
So, Mr. Baker,
Good to see you again, man.
it was awesome having you here.
It was a great time.
Yep, awesome having you here. And we're glad you come back every week with us. Every week. There's always, it's fun here. It's good times. Especially when we're talking about, you know, how to clean your wood and stuff. And
Yep.
you gotta have clean wood.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there a song about that?
Well, not really.
Okay.
But I could play a little Turkey in the Straw, because, you know, turkey's got a lot of wood.
There you go.
Love you, String Theory. Stephen Baker, JP Cormier. Coot and the lovely Ginger are not here. And now we're going to drink.
See you next week.
How do we stop it?
I just got a text from Eli Patrick. Dave said